Out evolution. So what do I say?
What you figured out, fool?
Okay, so like when you're in perfect like form, your eyes grow. So like, you know, you're aware of your surroundings. So if you don't have certain food, like it doesn't grow with you, and you don't like your eyes don't evolve. If you don't have like rice or a certain protein or something, your brain doesn't grow. And if you don't grow, you don't think smart. And if you don't think smart, you don't build like good fucking.
Hey Johnny, put my phone down, please.
I don't have your phone.
I see you got my
And
phone.
if you don't think smart, you don't fucking grow. You don't build certain tools, and if you don't build certain tools, you don't never do like. If you don't build certain tools, you never like expand. If you don't expand, you don't learn nothing. So, but if you eat certain like all the foods right, you become somebody else. You become bigger and like you're getting smarter and you build new things and
what
like
you talking about
and shit like that.
Can you hand me my beer?
Okay, that's all I got for now.
Now what? Man, you said something about
Talking about evolving.
the rice. Oh,
Okay,
you already said about the rice,
Okay,
right?
so if we go to the beginning,
So you said you couldn't piece it together, but you figured it all out,
I
right?
pieced it together because like in the beginning, like shit's growing, like it grows from an atom, and then the universe begins, and like you have dust and shit, and it starts collecting, and once it starts collecting, it's like a fucking like a meteor. It becomes a meteor or a steroid or something, and then the other ones land into it, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it becomes a world. Once it becomes a world, like you have like all the fucking like elements in the original form, so it's like it's like concentrated like fucking nutrients into everything. Like you have fucking trees that are like fucking like they just started, you know, all the fucking elements went back to normal, so everything's like fucking super, like everything has vitamins. So when you eat something, you become a little bigger, you know, you become a little bit like, you start from like a fucking cellular organism, and when you eat something, it's like so it has so much protein, you get bigger. So when you have more protein, you get bigger, and you become from 1 cell to 2 cells, and then when you get to 2 cells, you become 3 cells, and then whatever the fuck next.
And then 3 to 4, and you keep on going, right?
Until you become a little hair or something, and then you become like a fucking animal that walks around, and then gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you become like humans, and that's where we are right now, fucking humans.
And like, you know, we evolved to humans, but what stage are we in right now? 2008.
I don't know what the fuck we're at, but we're about to evolve again. That's fucking crazy shit.
But how was it that you figured out evolution?
Fuck, I don't know.
Remember what we were talking about?
Oh yeah.
And then you said you figured it out, something about Chinese people?
Yeah, Chinese people, like they haven't evolved their eyes, because they don't, maybe like in that part of the world they don't have certain food. So if you don't have certain food, you don't evolve. It's like for some parts of your body, like the fucking eyes. Say for instance, like to become like muscle, you have to have a lot of meat. If you don't have a lot of meat, you just like, you kind of like wobbly and shit.
So what do Mexicans don't evolve? What don't they have in Mexico?
They have meat, but it's real dry. So, and they got beans. They have a lot of protein. They just don't have rice.
We don't have rice?
Yeah.
So the rice, we're not getting, the Chinese people are, but the beans we're getting, the Chinese people aren't. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly.
Is that part of evolution?
That's part of evolution.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ew.